It's the Tmarie Radio Show. Tune in and talk about it. It is Tmarie. Branding, beauty, brilliant. Her show entails so much information.
Are here with one of my faves coming all the way up, honey. I was a freak. I had my t-shirt and my panties on.
But a serious nasty
Nobody can make you feel sexier than the beautiful Miss Adina Howard herself. And I get to sit here in her presence and everything. That's here. Hi, Miss Adina.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
Better than good, blessed, marinated, and high favor.
Okay.
Say better than I deserve.
Well, I don't know about that, but you look amazing.
Thank you.
You look amazing. The show we heard as it was coming up, honey. You people were like, "It's Adina! Oh my God!" I mean, honestly, how does that feel? Like you stepped away from the game, and you said earlier you were thinking about not coming back to the game, and then you decided to come back to the game, and you get this love. How does that feel?
It can be overwhelming. It really, really can be overwhelming because the energy is just so much that, you know, there's an overflow.
Right.
And there have been moments where, like, people will convey how much they appreciate what I do, how much they love me. And I've had to keep myself from doing the ugly cry.
Right. But all that pretty makeup don't mess up your face.
Right.
Do not.
So it's man, words really honestly cannot describe the feeling that comes from the appreciation, the love, and the support. I really honestly don't have words. I'm just grateful.
It felt like you haven't left. Doesn't it feel like, it felt like the way people received you, that you never left. They never forgot your name. The time span that you have actually been able to stay relevant is crazy, and people cannot do that. It's hard, but it's like as soon as you decide to come back, it's like, we love her, we're embracing her. What do you attribute that to?
Favor.
It ain't fair.
It's favor. It's favor. Marinated in. I tell people every day, I'm blessed and marinated in high favor. And I really, truly, genuinely believe that that's what it is. I'm able to connect with people. My story tends to be other people's story. So there's a bond of connection that happens. And it speaks volumes. And I think that's the reason why it feels like, you know, I'm still here. I'm still relevant to a lot of people. And then I don't care about being relevant.
Right.
I could care less about being famous. I could care less about, you know, what people want to hear, what people want to see, what people want me to do. I'm not a puppet. I'm a human being, and I live my life the way that I choose to live my life. And I think that speaks volumes too for a lot of people that appreciate me as a person because they walk that same path that I do.
Let's talk about life a little bit. We talked earlier about your spirituality.
Yes.
And how it's kept you grounded, but also how you changed in your spiritual walk. So let's talk about that with the audience. Let them understand what you mean and how the spirituality has kept you grounded and also directed you in the path you know you want to go in.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I was raised Christian in a church. You know, that's my foundation. The Creator is my everything. And it's just, you know, because it is my foundation, it's just a natural transition for me when it comes to the spirituality, because now it's time to focus on, you know, the spiritual energy and what I put out. Not only do I pursue my relationship with the Creator, but the energy that I exude has to match the love that I have for my God. So it's important that if I'm going to say that I am a lover of Christ, if I am a believer, then my energy has to speak that loud as well. So I think that's where, you know, that transition comes in. And just, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's a commandment. You know, because what you do to other people, you do to yourself.
Exactly.
People don't understand that, you know, it's a boomerang. They say it comes back tenfold. And I'm sorry, but I've done some crass things in my
We all, everybody.
And when karma comes to pay you back for that, it doesn't feel good at all. No. And so when the Creator says vengeance is mine, vengeance is he handed that over to karma.
Right.
And karma was like, okay, so I don't have to forget.
So
exactly. So you did this is in the book that you decided to see that you wanted to sow. So yeah, okay, it's time.
And you gotta pay us back.
Man, that's price to pay for some of the things.
It's not a game.
Man,
I always
it's
tell
not
people
worth
that.
it.
No. I tell them, think about when you get ready to do something, really think about, are you willing to pay the price, whatever the price, whether it's the highest price or the lowest price. Are you willing to pay the price for that sacrifice? If you are, proceed. But understand it's going to come back.
Yeah.
You got to understand.
And it's, and now that I'm a seasoned woman, I have that understanding, because when you're young, you have this mentality that you're invincible, that nobody can tell you anything, that you got it, you know it all because you now grown.
Right.
So now that you've grown, you can go ahead and you can tell everybody what you wanted to tell them when you weren't grown.
Right. So now check this. This is what I've been wanting to tell you.
Right. So now you're telling everybody, and you're digging holes for yourself. And I've learned that, okay, you can't be, foolish. Right. God protects fools and babies. Right. And I'm no longer a baby, and I'm definitely no longer a fool. So now I have to be mindful of what it is that I do and say at all times. Absolutely.
Let's talk new single.
Yes.
New music.
Yes.
Let's talk, where did that come from?
Oh my gosh. Where did it come from? From the Matrix, from the universe.
Okay.
From the Creator saying, this is what you've been asking for.
Bad for me.
Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked about Bad for Me, because Bad for Me is going to shift people's perception of who I am and how I do what I do, which is time. Right. I don't know of anyone who's creative that wants to stay in a box. Exactly. Nobody that's creative, that's artistic in any way, shape, form, or fashion wants to be put in a box and stay who they were.
Absolutely right.
Yesteryear, yesterday, yestermonth.
Right.
You want to grow. You want to express yourself and share the gift that you've been given to the world. Mm-hmm. And you can't do that when people say, I want you to stay freak like me. I want you to stay t-shirt and pants. I want you to do what you want to ride to. No. Sweetheart, I appreciate you. If you want to you want to ride too, go find some DJs and some producers that will actually remix the song.
Right, and play what you already had.
Exactly.
So when we heard that from me, I was with Rodney, and I was like, because we were talking about doing the interview, and then Rodney was like, come on the show with me and sit. I was like, okay. I said, oh, I'm gonna see if Adina. He's like, oh, I love Adina Howard. Find out, make sure she can come. I said, I am. So I'm on the phone working the client. I'm like, okay, Abby, can she? He's like, yeah, hold on. No, we're just going back and forth. And when I called, I was like, she can do it. He was like, yes. He was so excited. So he and Breeley were in it. When I told her, she was in the lobby. He was like, oh my God, I love Adina. I was like, well, she's got new music. Everybody was like, what? She got new music? When they heard the song, they was like, that is dope. So everybody in the studio was like, that is dope. And so to me, that's one of the best accolades when you hear people around you just be like, we like that.
Yeah.
Especially when they're used to one thing and they hear something else new from you.
Yeah.
It's like, we loved it. And they love the song.
I'm so grateful. Even if nobody else loved it, I didn't care. Because I love it. Right. And I live a life where what other people say about me and what other people think about me is none of my business. Wow. But I'm grateful.
Oh wow, yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Yeah.
But I'm grateful that people actually appreciate it, because it's a labor of love. And this situation, this single, is solely independent. There's no distributor, there's no label. It's me, my team, which is like that many of us, in tune court. And we're just making it happen. And I really believe that God created this situation for me and for us, my team, because we worked hard, we stayed with it, and we really, I just really prayed that I was able to share a different side of me, because I want to move forward. I need to move forward. I need to, like I said, spread my wings. I need to be artistic. I need to be creative. And the only way to do that is to express myself how I choose, not how other people choose for me.
Well, we're glad that you decided not to stay and hide. And if you decided, you know what, we're going to keep singing. I'm going to keep singing. I don't care what nobody says. We're glad about that, because we love the single. We love you. We can't wait to see more coming from you. Make sure you keep us up to date on the tours, where you're going to be, when you come back to Atlanta. You got to keep it posted. Oh, yes. And then when you do come back, you have to come sit on the show. We're going to do a live interview with you in the studio. That's what I wanted to do this time, but you weren't going to be here long enough.
I know, I'm never here long enough.
I know, but we want to do an intimate setting with you. I had a group of people who were going to do it. I just want to do question, answer, and singing. So next time, when you're back in Atlanta,
Absolutely.
we'll do that. So just
Absolutely.
make sure you let me know.
For sure.
So tell all my listeners where to follow you and what
Oh
to
my
do.
gosh, where not to follow me. Okay, so Periscope is Adina Howard. Instagram is Adina Howard Jordan. AdinaHoward.com. Twitter is Adina Howard. Instagram, Facebook Adina Howard fan page. And hashtag Adina Howard. Hashtag I love Adina Howard. Hashtag bad for me. What you say? Oh, Periscope Adina Howard. I think I said Periscope.
Hashtag heart, I heart Adina.
Hashtag I heart Adina Howard. Hashtag bad for me. Hashtag Adina Howard. Hashtag call you girl.
all of that. All the hashtags. Thank you so much, Ms. Adina Howard. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
It's Tmarie Radio, IMNXradio.com. I'm waiting for my glass. Oh my God. Keep it locked. Adina's going to come back and sit with us. Thank you, babe.
Turn your radio up.
It's the Tmarie Radio Show. Tune in and talk about it. It is Tmarie. Branding, beauty, brilliant. Her show entails so much information.